Hi, this is Aman Kapoor, your insurance guy, and today I am addressing this very important question of how often and why is it important to review your insurance policy. I think it is important to review your insurance policy because you have purchased a policy keeping into account your needs, your financial goals, and if that financial goal or those needs or your objectives have changed with a passage of time, then it is very important to pull out your policy periodically. And periodically means you could do it once a quarter, once a year, once every few months, whatever you feel is important for you. You can pull your policy out, and a person like myself can actually help you review your policy, where we can go and look at your needs and your objectives, and those needs and objectives could have changed with time, which normally they do, because we could take on more debt, we could refinance our mortgage, we could have invested in an investment, and whilst doing that, we would have taken on more responsibility. We could have, the size of our family might have increased for us to now look after a bigger family or a bigger need of the existing family. So it's very important to look at your needs. And inflation is a very important component because, for example, 10 or 15 years ago, $500,000 of life insurance would have meant very different to what it would mean today if you were to be going for $500,000 of coverage. So because of how inflation has played an important role in our life, life insurance is therefore important. While we are considering life insurance or reviewing our policies, it's important to consider inflation. Another very important thing is a lot of people, and I say this with a lot of respect, a lot of times we forget the kind of policy we have because there's too much on our mind, too many things to do. We've purchased a policy 4, 5, 6 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, and we don't really know, or we forget the nitty-gritties of the policy. Is it a term policy or is it a whole life policy? Is it a 10-year term or a 20-year term? Is it a joint policy, or are these two independent policies? Is it a whole life policy? What is it? We sometimes don't remember. So it's very important that what I do when I review my clients or my prospects' insurance policies and their insurance needs, what I encourage people to do is to take a look at their policy and see what is there in the policy. What is the coverage? Who is the beneficiary? What is the policy? What is the duration of the policy? Is it a whole life policy? Is it a term policy? Is it a joint policy, or is it an individual policy which covers? Is it a policy that has any exclusions? What are the privileges in the policy? What if it's a term policy, is there a possibility for you to convert that policy or renew that policy beyond a certain age? So those are the kind of things which are very important, and that in itself tells you what is important, or how important is that policy today. Because remember, things have changed. You may have purchased a policy a few years ago, and since then, if certain goals, certain circumstances are looking different, then it is important for you to realize what that change is and how that policy is, or how much relevant that policy is to you. Also, it's very important when you do a review, and I always talk about the insurance industry. I talk about the kind of products that exist, the kind of plans, what is the underwriting trend these days, how are the different term insurance policies, how you can structure your policy to match your multiple needs. So I would encourage you to take a look at these important factors and definitely consider reviewing your insurance policies if you have a policy, and also review your insurance needs, because remember, life insurance is a tax-free asset. It is a promise made by the insurance company to you that if anything, heaven forbid, was to happen to you in the event of death, there would be a payout of that face amount, that amount which you've insured yourself for, to your beneficiary, and that amount is tax-free. Having said that, I do want to say, please feel free to contact me. You may email me at akapoor2010@gmail.com, or you may use different ways to reach out to me through Messenger, email, phone, and of course, you could message me through the different social media platforms where this video is visible to you. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.